is that we just sent out this week, I wrote a little summary about what has happened to this incredible team of people that we are now funding here in the United States. It's a team of 4 people that are working to build a electromagnetic collector system that will collect the electromagnetic field energy that's in the space around us, that's in the atmosphere around us. And they're looking at possibly having a 30 to 70 kilowatt system, which would run any large home quite nicely. And they're working on this. We are funding it. Your contributions to the Orion Project are funding it. But as soon as this team assembled and began to set up their shop and their laboratory, which we are funding a very modest workspace and equipment, luckily the inventor and the other people he's working with had a lot of the machining equipment and what have you, so we did not have to front end those costs because those are very expensive machines. But they immediately started having surveillance at their homes, and one of them has a child and a wife, and the other one has a significant other that he lives with. And neighbors came out and found these men out in front of both of their homes, photographing their homes, photographing their property, and sneaking around. And when one neighbor ran out to the main inventor house where this shadowy sort of spook, sort of intelligent spy person was doing this, and by the way, in a gated community, the person who had not come in by a vehicle because he could not get into the gated community fled down the road and jumped over a walled area, a walled part of the compound, and fled. Police reports have been filed because the following day or two, this same, the main inventor's home had an attempted break and entering. Maybe they did enter it because there was damage to the locks and the doors, and some evidence that there was an attempted breaking and entering, or perhaps a successful one that later got where someone just went in and looked around. And this all started within literally 24 hours after I left that city to return back to Virginia. And this inventor that the Orion Project is now funding had this happen. So this is the kind of thing that, it's not urban myth. This is something that we have multiple witnesses to, and now a police report and people to. And you have to say, well, who is doing this? And what I tell people is that there's this group called Majestic. In the old days, that's what it was called. That it's sort of a hybrid transnational entity that is both quasi-military and intelligence and has tentacles in almost every agency of the U.S. government, but is also mostly private. It's connected with, financial interest, oil interest, aerospace interest, and the military-industrial complex. And they hire people to do this kind of nonsense. And I think, frankly, that those of you who are listening should contact your members of Congress if this sort of thing is happening, and should actually call for a Department of Justice and FBI investigation into it.